bro. She saw that reaction. She saw that she was getting a lot of attention from saying this shit, bro. Especially when people put things together. You know the internet, bro. When the internet know about a relationship or somebody that's fucking around with each other, they go straight to Grok.
I'm too turned up. 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 I'm too turned up.
Alright, y'all. Today we finna watch more bad news for Akaash, bro. I thought we was done with this nigga, man. I thought it was kind of already officialized that this nigga was for sure cooked. You know what I'm saying? But I see there's more bad news, bro. Video by Poetic Flacco.
We are about a month in, and this Akaash situation is not getting any better. It's still getting worse, bro. Akaash friends are finally done playing nice. They're done lying to him. They're done like walking on eggshells in regards to this situation with his wife.
And you know what, bro? I feel like this is a good thing, okay? Hopefully this actually leads to him doing something about it, bro. Because it's clear this woman has been lying his entire relationship. And I'm pretty sure she just been dogging him out, bro. Just been doing him bad. Things behind the scenes that we don't see, you know? But that's just normal. But I'm pretty sure some of that shit may come out.
They're now telling the truth. They're now telling him how they really feel. And I get secondhand embarrassment for Akaash when I saw this, man. Because Akaash is a good dude. He didn't really do nothing to nobody. His only mistake in life was wifing up Jasleen. Last week on Flagrant, Andrew and Akaash and the team, they interviewed Akaash's wife about the internet drama and her getting exposed for her scandalous activities. During this podcast episode, Andrew sat next to Akaash and literally cuddled him, told him everything he wanted to hear. Andrew you could kind of see Andrew was toning it down, not really letting his real thoughts escape. Because Andrew, you can tell for the most part, like, he's not a red pill, but Andrew ain't no blue pill dork, bro. Like, Andrew has a program he runs at home. His wife is not on the internet. She's not doing them too much. But Andrew, for the most part, wanted to be supportive to Akaash, so he kind of hid how he really felt about the situation. But when Andrew ran over to the Brilliant Idiots with Charlamagne the God, he let his real feelings out. Andrew did defend Jasleen against the whole allegations, but he would agree with Charlamagne the God that she has no business being on the internet, that her antics are embarrassing Akaash and doing more bad than good, and that if that was his wife, she wouldn't be on the internet. She's not allowed to have no podcast, and Akaash needs to put his foot down. Those are things he told Charlamagne the God because he's comfortable talking to Charlamagne the God, and they both kind of have an understanding that Akaash is being simped out, but he didn't tell Akaash this last week in front of the wife, you know, for obvious reasons, because he was trying to play nice and run a good PR for Akaash.
I don't like what they've been doing to Akaash the past few weeks, man.
Yo, free Akaash, man. Free Akaash. Free Akaash.
Free Akaash from what?
You know for a fact, if a nigga tell us some free anybody, bro, you know they in a fucked up situation. Okay? Ain't nobody saying free anybody for nothing slight. Okay? Somebody, if you say, hey, free my nigga such and such, bro, even if he not locked up, man, hey, free bro, man, it's hectic over there. You feel me? Nigga in some serious shit, bro. And the people around them, bro, yeah, man, like, they at this point, they starting not to hold their tongue no more. You feel me? Because at this point, it's making them look bad. Because people starting to look at them like, okay, why aren't you saying anything to this nigga, bro? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be around him like this, why aren't you saying nothing to him? Why aren't you trying to help this man out of the situation? You feel me? We clearly see what's going on. You feel me? So, yeah, niggas starting to speak up now. Niggas ain't got time for that shit, bro.
Who? Now, I'm not trying to get political here or give you guys any political opinions of mine. Please don't take this as an opinion. But it's kind of like watching these celebrities when they go on like a PR run and they say free Palestine, but will refuse to say free Palestine from whom? Free Palestine from what? So Andrew Schultz is saying free Akaash from the grip of Jasleen. Well, he stops at free Akaash.
I just don't like it because it's such a sensitive subject. That's his wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They public.
Well, can I say what I want to say?
Of course. This is what Brilliant Idiots is about. All I want to say
is simply this.
Keep your wife off the internet.
Internet! Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a motherfucking podcast, bro.
Yes.
The Flagrant episode wouldn't have gotten as much negative feedback if Andrew Schultz gave this Andrew Schultz. Like, if Andrew Schultz brought the Brilliant Idiots, Andrew Schultz, and he brought it to Flagrant, and he said this in front of Akaash, and he kept it 100 and kept it a buck. Yo, that's all people were asking for, bruh. Tell this man to have a backbone, to have a spine, to put his foot down. Because her excuse for even having a podcast makes no sense. Jasleen says that she wants a podcast because, she wants to be independent and have some security there if her man who's in the industry ever leaves her. But they didn't sign a prenup. Like,
I was just gonna say, but y'all didn't sign a prenup, so it don't even matter. You nigga, you gonna get half of his shit anyway. Half of everything he done work for, you gonna get it. So what the fuck you need to worry about getting start a podcast for it, bro? No, she lied. She only said that shit just to give an excuse. Okay? She want a podcast to fucking be a podcast, bro. She want to just be like another podcast girly out here making some easy little money, just sitting down and talking, okay, to her little friend. That's all she want to do, bro. You feel me? That's her real reason. She want to do it because she simply just wants to do it. Okay, she bored as fuck at home. She ain't got shit to do. That's why she want to be in a podcast, start a podcast. Like, come on, bro, let's be real.
You are married to a man who's on his way to make tens of millions of dollars at some point in his career and life while married to you with no prenup. What more security do you need?
Okay, there can be one entertainer in this family, and it shall be me. I'm the comedian. I'm out here on this road, and I'm out here getting the money. Let me use some of this money to help you do some other things, yo. Because you don't need a microphone in your face because you're going to around and ruin us. All right? Not just you, us.
But go watch the episode.
Yes,
we had a great talk with Akaash and Jesseline, and it was awesome, and it was very funny.
Because I don't want to have to explain, because that's my wife. I'm going to always have my wife's back.
Yes, as
You know what
you
I'm
should.
saying? But guess what?
And so much of this shit was bullshit. And then there are things
Tell
that
me
she
what was
said.
bullshit.
She was a virgin. She was never a whore.
So that video of her talking about sleeping with a bunch of men was not real?
She never said she slept with it. She said I was popping my frat parties, and she's a sheltered Indian girl who thought that meant dancing. And then the rest of us were like, what the did you really mean by that? So we had that conversation. But like her being a whore completely out of context. Like,
Well, didn't she talk about...
Say it. We discussed everything on the
so
pod.
didn't she talk about sucking cocks?
No.
She never said that? There was
No.
never a video about that?
She said that Akaash's balls smell like a homeless person.
What?
Damn.
Why would she say that?
Not
I didn't even
Steph
see
Curry
that.
with
Why
the
would she say
shot
that?
boy.
They call her chicken curry.
God damn. Why would she say that?
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
That's a good
bro.
point. So we had those conversations.
What the...
Go watch the episode.
My brothers.
Clears up a lot of shit.
My brothers.
And also,
makes
she
no
just
sense,
acknowledges,
bro.
like, yo, that was stupid. Like, I shouldn't
That
be
makes
fucking
zero
scared. I
sense
can
to
see
even
why
say
the
that.
audience
Right.
thought it was this thing. Like, there was a lot of
Well, delete
good
it.
stuff.
Delete the podcast.
Delete ours?
No more influencing. No, I'm talking about her.
Oh, we're working on it.
No influencing.
I don't know if Andrew is still doing this thing where Akaash is his boy, so he kind of has to lie a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing, bro. That's why he didn't come off this way when he was, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of doing the episode with his boy. Cause he like, you know what, that's my man's, bro. I ain't gonna do him that bad. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it light. I'm gonna still address this shit, but I'm gonna keep it light. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it cool, calm, and collected, right? Cause you my boy. But now that he not around his boy, he want to sit here and get off how he truly feel. Oh, that she's not a slut, and that she's not a whore, and that she is a virgin, and like, come on, why couldn't you say that in front of her face? Were you scared to break her nigga feelings? You know what I'm saying? Like, he would have been looked at as like a real ass nigga, a real ass friend if he would have just been legit. You know what I'm saying? Kept it a bean, bro. Cause yeah, he need to hear it, bro. And no one is telling him. Clearly, nobody.
Or if he truly bought that innocent, sheltered Indian schoolgirl act that she gave on Flagrant. Yo, we done caught Jasmine in so many lies, in so many inconsistencies. One of the biggest being, she came on Flagrant and says she only kissed the men that were on her college roster that she was
That's
talking
cap.
about.
Yeah, that was cap.
She kissed and flirted with them. And then we pointed to another video where she's talking about a hookup experience in college where dude will come over and go down on her and vice versa, and he will poke around in there. And him poking around in there made her bleed a little bit more, and he was upset one time because she told him she was off her period, but she really wasn't. So when he went down on her and he started to poke around and make insertions and things began to flow, and he got upset. So we've already debunked this innocent peer. Oh, I only kiss guys. Cut it out, man. Now, one thing is this, man. A woman who is having multiple hookups, who is getting her booty hole finger banged by men she met on Tinder on a one-night stand, she is sucking you know what. And Charlamagne the guy was right. She has talked about giving oral. So cut it out, man. So this narrative, though, that she is like, we just take her word at face value when we have caught her in multiple lies. I'm telling you this, man. If she is talking about getting fingered by college boyfriends, that means the hymen is gone. And if the hymen is gone, that means Akaash has to take her word for it on whether or not she's a virgin. And just based on how promiscuous she is, based on the college experience she gave, there's no way in hell this chick is a virgin. And you guys bought it. Now, Charlamagne the God is absolutely correct. Listen, why are you online telling people your husband's balls smell? Why are you online sharing intimate details about your relationship? You're trying to embarrass him. You're trying to use him as a stepping stool. If I embarrass him, if I tell humiliating stories about my husband, if I disgrace him and his good name in public, that will get me views on my podcast and make me more famous.
And that's the thing, bro. She saw that reaction. She saw that she was getting a lot of attention from saying this shit, bro. Especially when people put things together. You know the internet, bro. When the internet know about a relationship or somebody that's fucking around with each other, they go straight to Grok. Who is this person, right? And they do their research, bro. That's just how it go. She saw that she was saying some very outlandish shit about her husband. It was getting a lot of attention, and so she kept that shit up. You know why? Because it was getting a lot of attention. Whether or not the information that she's giving is right or wrong or true or not, my nigga, it's still a bad look, bro, for both of yous. Okay, because it make her look like a fucking gold digger, and I believe it makes him look like a fucking simp, bro. You feel me? Let's just be real. That's just how it goes. So whether she was doing this to get attention or whatever, it's a bad look all around, GG. Like, it's over with, bro.
More clouded. At what point is enough is enough? You got a multi-millionaire to marry you without a prenup. At what point is enough enough? Now, Charlamagne the God will continue to express, and even Andrew Schultz will step in to express how they think the entire situation is wild and don't understand why Akaash is letting this chick keep that podcast.
I don't want you don't let your wife be influencers. Don't let your wife be podcasters, man.
Well, it's not about letting.
No. No. There's certain things we can't do.
Yeah.
No, that's true. But all of that is true.
You and the Jesseline Singh
Yes.
of your own household.
All of that is true. I'm in the radio station putting on an act, sniffing seats, wilding the out. Yes, embarrassing myself and embarrassing my wife.
Yo, I'm glad we can have this intervention here too, bro. That's what we're doing this week.
So yes,
it's Christmas spirit.
So I'm saying all of that to say, women, learn from my mistakes. Stay the off these podcasts. Don't be on these podcasts. Don't be an influencer, okay?
I know she wouldn't do it, but suppose your wife said to you, listen, me and my friends, we have these great conversations together.
Black Effect. I want to be on Black Effect.
Black Effect.
I want to write a book.
I want you to champion black female voices. Put me on Black Effect.
A book I wouldn't mind. If it's a book about
because you can
edit it, yeah.
Getting on a podcast, trying to make jokes, and I'm the comedian?
Yes. It's crazy.
No.
Crazy.
Yeah. You sure made him laugh.
Crazy.
You made him laugh the last few weeks. You gave the internet hella content.
A lot of it.
No, man. No.
What was your favorite name?
Jada Pinkett. I feel like if anybody should have did the damn interview, bro, it should have been Charlamagne. That's the motherfucker I feel like would have just gave a complete, solid, truthful answer from the jump. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, unfortunately, it was not his interview.
Jada Pinkett Singh. That is phenomenal. Whoever came up with that, this is just Jada Pinkett Singh.
I do want to know, maybe they do give Akaash this advice off camera and in person and behind the scenes, and we just don't hear it. Because to watch the Brilliant Idiots episode today and to watch Flagrant last week, you kind of have to ask yourself, bruh, what's Andrew Schultz's real opinion on this? Because if you watched the Flagrant last week, Andrew was complicit in this, bruh. Andrew was eating up whatever this chick had to say. Andrew was going along with it. Yo, this chick literally said, hey, okay, I don't kiss Akaash in public because, I don't know, it's the shy, repressed Asian girl in me. Okay.
Some bullshit, basically.
But then she went to a doctor's appointment, pulled down her bare ass. Her cheek was showing. If you would have took that camera any further, you would have seen Libya. She recorded that and posted it public with her bare cheek showing on TikTok while being married. And then also, too, while suggesting that her doctor was single. So you put down your bare cheek, show your butt in Libya to a dermatologist. She showed her bare cheek to her dermatologist, recorded it, and put it on TikTok for the world to see her bare butt. But she's a repressed Indian girl? Man, cut it out, bro. I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. Yo, I also seen something today, man, where Brandon Shaw was on a podcast, and this is where I knew is bad for Akaash, right? It's officially gotten to the point in this drama where it's more beneficial to talk about your drama than it is to be quiet and protect the relationship they have with you. Because about a week and a half ago, Brandon Shaw was on Fighter and the Kid, and Brandon Shaw was saying, yeah, man, you know what? Akaash is my friend. He's my buddy. Oh, man, I can't talk about this, man. Y'all doing too much. Man, Brandon Shaw came on this episode, right? Not Fighter the Kid, but he was on like Golden Hour. And during this podcast, he introduced the Akaash topic, kind of took a seat as he watched the homie kind of go in on Akaash, say all type of things about the situation. And Brandon Shaw didn't step in and say, oh, no, we can't go through there. But watch how other comedians think about Akaash in this situation.
Akaash apparently not attacked, but was talking smack about the other guys, about their choices in women.
Yeah, because they say they don't like to.
Yeah, the last motherfucker that need to be talking about niggas choices in women is Akaash, okay? Everyone knows who your woman is. Everyone knows how she gets down. Everyone knows what she feels about you, sir. Yeah, you should, that's the last thing you should be doing, my friend. Trying to talk about anybody else and their relationships and the women they choose. Yeah, please stop that.
Date black people or something.
Whatever, their choices in women. And then his choice was that he was like, you know, I was a virgin and my wife was a virgin and all this stuff. And then all this stuff has come out about her. But wait, I just don't understand though. He never watches her podcast. He didn't know nothing about this.
Well, no, but whatever.
I think it's a relatively newer podcast. So, like, they've been married for a couple years, and I think she started it recently.
And then she just started talking crazy like this? Mm-hmm. Like, that part of it is crazy to me. You know what I mean?
What part, Eric?
No, what I'm saying is this. So, he thinks a certain thing about his wife and his relationship and what they did.
If he does.
If he does.
Maybe he knows.
Maybe he knows. And then he says these kinds of things. And then she comes out with a podcast, and she's talking like that. If he's not down with that, that must be.
If he's not down with
that must be weird at home.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like he needs to have talk at home.
That must be. I'm just saying, it must be weird at home. If he already knew and he's like, so what? Who cares?
Look,
I wouldn't care.
But the issue is, he said she's a virgin. That's why he married her.
He did say she's a virgin.
He said on multiple podcasts.
Oh, I thought he said he was a virgin.
No, he said my wife.
No,
was
she was.
Oh yeah. Well, then that's okay. Yeah. Then if that's that, then. That's odd. Yeah, I don't know. Something seems.
My thing is this: like, if they want to, if you say something out of pocket to somebody, then they come back at you.
This is all fucked up.
Yeah, it's all messed up. To me.
Why are they?
Like, I feel bad for that guy. Like, if I feel bad for this dude. Like, if he really thought that and he was saying that, and then his wife comes out with a podcast where she is being wild and telling all these stories, and he thought something different. That's like, damn.
I mean, I personally wouldn't care.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I know, but
if you care, you care.
No. But what I'm saying is, but you're not on here going,
My wife is,
Kristen was, she was gonna be a nun and she changed her mind, and and then she's on a podcast being like, my butthole is destroyed. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Dude, you went from your wife was a virgin to she woke up one day and her butthole was ruined. Like, dude. That's wild. I'm just saying, that's wild to me, and I feel for him.
How come we all feel for Akaash, but Akaash don't feel for himself? After a while, when do we say, you know what?
Because he putting up with this shit, bro. I'm telling you, he's simply just trying to stay in the most comfortable situation for him, bro. That's it. That's all. That's all he's doing, man. Bro, let me know how y'all feel about this shit, bro. I thought we were done, but at this point, people are just really starting to get how they feel about this situation, man. So let me know how y'all feel, bro. This shit's crazy.